on the Chinese reality show Chase Me.
Model and actor Godfrey
But
Gao
today,
has died
the
on
show
the
faces a
Straits
different
model
reality
show set.
after the death of a
who died
contestant,
suddenly on Wednesday.
Taiwanese-Canadian actor and model Godfrey Gao.
In an era where Asian actors and actresses are slowly pushing their way into TV shows, movies, and other forms of mainstream entertainment, there will be a day in the future where we forget that once upon a time, it wasn't that easy for Asian people to make a name for themselves in the Western world. And even today, issues like Asian fetishization run rampant in media culture. Furthermore, platforms like YouTube make it evident that self-deprecation via exaggeration of things like stereotypes and accents make it easy for Asian content creators to garner popularity. If you know who I'm talking about, then you'll know. I won't drop any names, but just putting that out there. So who exactly was Asia's first male supermodel? What did he do to break these Asian cliches that had been set in Western culture for so long? And how exactly did he pave the way for future male actors like Simu Liu and Henry Golding? Meet Godfrey Gao. Chinese name, Gāo Yǐxiáng. He was born of Taiwanese Malaysian descent in the city of Taipei, Taiwan on September 2nd, 1984. At 11 years old, he, his two older brothers, and his parents moved to Vancouver, Canada in search of a better future. However, this drastic shift would be the catalyst leading to Gao's first encounter with minority treatment and eventually even racism. At the time, Vancouver did not look like this. Instead, in an interview with Next Shark, Gao noted that when he moved on from ESL to the regular classes, they were all Canadian, all white kids, and he rarely saw Asian faces. At the time, they weren't as mean as you might see on TV and movies, and he tried to include himself with them. In high school, he was verbally harassed and called out for being a Bruce Lee lookalike, but never physically harassed due to his height, him standing at 6'4", and his proficiency in martial arts as a black belt in Taekwondo. And Gao was a smart high schooler. Rather than retaliate, he would offer those antagonistic parties his own Asian candies as a form of schoolyard diplomacy. This led to him befriending classmates and even meeting some of his fellow teammates on the basketball court. Some could even argue that this was his first breakthrough into Western culture. After a brief education and basketball stint at Vancouver's Capilano University, Gao moved back to his home country at the age of 20 to pursue modeling. And about half a decade of modeling later, he was noticed by Louis Vuitton's agencies. It was here that he made his historic landmark signing as part of Louis Vuitton's 2011 Spring-Summer collection. And by doing so, he became Louis Vuitton's first Asian male face, earning his title as the world's first Asian male supermodel. He went on to become an actor, working in both minor and starring roles in several Chinese dramas. When you think of an empowering Asian male actor in the United States, chances are you'll think of someone like Simu Liu from Marvel's Shang-Chi. Most people forget about Godfrey Gao's role as Magnus Bane in The Mortal Instruments back in 2013, probably because the movie wasn't received very well. Even so, his breakthrough into Hollywood proved that Asian actors weren't constrained to the comedic tropes that they've been previously thrown in. Unfortunately, his initially successful acting career would also lead to his untimely passing. On the set of Chase Me, a reality TV show, Gao suffered a case of cardiac arrest and collapsed. He had been acting for 17 hours straight, an issue that is still extremely common in Chinese entertainment even today, but is glossed over in media coverage. Even though he explicitly stated that he, quote, couldn't go on, unquote, his superiors ignored his desperate pleas. Godfrey Gao was just 35 years old when his heart stopped beating. According to his friend, he had been planning to propose to his girlfriend the very next day. Like it or not, we live in a society now where Asians are seen as softer, weaker, and more effeminate when compared to their counterparts in other ethnicities. And while I am not only indifferent but even fond of the surge of popularity in Asian idol groups such as BTS, I think it is perfectly logical to state that the adoption of modern Asian beauty standards has not done much to fight that image of the defenseless Asian. Furthermore, these beauty standards are still seen as inherently Asian, although I do acknowledge that there are efforts and movements to kind of incorporate worldwide beauty standards into a melting pot of sorts. Godfrey Gao's goal was to make a mark as a defining Asian figure in a facet of Western culture. This is why he didn't pursue basketball. Even though he was 6'4", he accepted that players like Yao Ming and Jeremy Lin had already proven to the West that Asians did have a place in the sport. Instead, he influenced perception of the average Asian because he checked all the boxes that define the ideal Western man: tall, muscular, rugged, and the proud owner of one sharp-ass jawline. He was humble and charismatic, calm and well-spoken in his interviews and roles, and he was supposedly a very warm person to be around. He showed that Asians did not need to be the go-to ethnicity when comedic relief was in need. And because of his empowering actions, Asian celebrities like Simu Liu, Harry Shum, and Henry Golding were able to open up many more doors for Asian actors and models who didn't necessarily want to pander to that effeminate image of the Asian male. I'll leave you all with a quote from Gao himself, directed towards people pursuing risky career paths. Just try it out. Given the opportunity, just take it and be confident. I took this route when I was 19 and 20, and I was still deciding where I wanted to go with my career. It was either basketball or modeling and acting. So you just have to be confident and know how to sell yourself. I came from not knowing anything, stuttering every time I spoke. I didn't get commercials and I didn't get TV roles. Always try things out, never give up, and explore. If you like this style of content, please let me know down in the comments below, and drop a like and subscribe if you have time. It only takes a couple clicks and it really makes my day. Cheers.